I appreciate the consideration, Madam Chair, and hello to my colleagues and staff and the public. I'm presenting SB 8 today for testimonial purposes because I fervently believe that the issue of gun violence in America warrants a discussion in this committee, even though this bill will not move forward today, and I want to thank Madam Chair for affording me the opportunity. So the premise of SB 8 is that gun owners should be required to own an insurance policy. We should not have members of the public or victims of gun violence bearing the cost of gun violence that is delivered by the gun from the person who chooses to own a gun. This is the same premise that applies to cars. We are required to have car insurance right now, and if your car accidentally kills or injures somebody, your car insurance will pay. It's the same thing that should apply to guns. Every year, there are 117,000 people who are shot by a firearm, and 40,000 die from gun violence. There are 76,000 who survive gunshot injuries. When you think about the many hazards that insurance already covers in our society, it's truly striking that we do not have gun violence covered by insurance. So as you know, insurance helps us manage risk, and it offers reassurances that you will be covered in the event of a financial loss that comes from a specific or unexpected event. And when you start to think through all of the different things that insurance covers in our society, not just car insurance, but life insurance, if you should happen to die, which we all do, health insurance, if you happen to get sick, there's flood, fire, earthquake insurance, there's renter and homeowner insurance, there's even pet and trip insurance. And so the wide range of things that are covered by insurance, to me, this exact same concept should apply to gun ownership. We know that guns actually kill more people than cars in this country now. We have 45,000 gun deaths and 43,000 car deaths. We have more guns than people, 330 million people and 383 million guns. And almost half of households have at least one gun in the home, 44%. The average gun owner in the United States has 8 firearms. So with so many victims of gun violence, why don't we have a functioning insurance market around this very real and expensive risk that comes from gun violence? And I just want to quantify, so who pays for gun violence right now? Primarily the public does. Each gun death costs U.S. taxpayers on average $273,000 for the initial and long-term repercussions of a gun violence incident. So SB 8 would require those who choose to exercise their right to own a gun to hold that insurance policy for that gun. And this bill, SB 8, would apply when a gun is used negligently. So the gun owner would have liability insurance, currently could have it through a homeowner's insurance policy, but the victim's only recourse for restitution is to sue the gun owner. And the bodily harm and other damages often far exceed the gun owner's personal assets. And so our current system is that a victim has to go through the time and financial burden of hiring a lawyer in order to receive compensation for the harm that is caused from gun ownership. A victim should be able to file a claim with the gun owner's insurance company and be compensated for at least some of the damages that they've suffered. So I wanted to make sure and raise this at the insurance committee because it is gun insurance that we're talking about. And I understand that there are a large number of reasons that this is not able to move forward this year. But I wanted to make sure that it was elevated as a really important issue and an important thing that we could add to our understanding of how we manage the reality that guns are deadly and they are in wide circulation, just like cars and just like a large number of other risks that we face in our society. So here today, joining me in testimony is, well, I would like to just mention first that we have the support of the Consumer Attorneys of California, the California Catholic Conference, Fund Her, and the City of San Jose. So this bill that I introduced, SB 8, is based on the San Jose bill, which is a requirement that owners of guns who live in San Jose have to have a gun insurance policy.